Hey everybody, it's Jonathan Fudge. I'm here with Dane from Bartender with Hire, who was on season 6, rocking awesomeness on the blocks. Is that 5, 5, 6? Oh,
6.
hi. Okay.
No, I was just waving.
Okay, good. I was gonna say because I was talking to Steele earlier, and I said, "Oh yeah, he was on season 5," and he's like, "No, dude, I was on the same season as you. I was on 6." And I'm like, "Yeah, I knew that."
Yes, season 6. We're season 6.
That's good.
So
That's
funny.
good.
It's hard, man, because everybody's so cool. It's like you just kind of forget,
Yeah.
There's so many of us.
Yeah.
How you been, man? You've been how'd you survive that hurricane?
It went just south of us, so I super lucked out. I mean, they've got people stranded in their cars. They've got an entire island that just all the bridges are taken out.
No shit.
So I had a papaya tree fall over and had to reschedule my daughter's birthday. So like those
Could
are
be
the
worse.
things for me. So I'm not.
I was thinking about you because I know when we got out of that house, it was like I felt like a time warp, like I didn't even know what was going on. I got out and I was like, man, I feel really bad for the people in Florida because I didn't know what day it was. And it was like 2 days away from a hurricane hitting. It's like, good God, you guys must have been stressing.
I came back and then I think Stefan, the magician from season 6, he's like, yeah, I almost couldn't even fly home because the way the scheduling was. He goes, he found an airplane that was, or a airline that was willing to fly him to Orlando, but like his canceled.
Jeez.
So, yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, that's nuts, dude. So how's the business been going since you've come back?
I've been doing good. I have been working on redoing my CRM, so that's been the big thing, right? I'm planning on going national very, very soon. And in the process of that, I have to be able to handle all the leads coming in.
Yeah.
So, and then similar to you, are you already outsourcing bartenders?
I'm using my own bartenders, but
you're subcontracting or whatnot?
Yeah, definitely.
So the same
I need
kind
to get more on your level because I know how good you are on the computer, man. One of the things I wanted to pick your brain about was like what do you do with emails? Do you have an automated system that you use at all, or do you do mainly by hand?
most everything's automated. I'll go through some of that with you here in a little bit.
Yeah, just because he wrote down during this lessons all those slides and stuff, but I'm guessing you have a better idea of which ones to pick or which ones work better for our kind of business,
And I'm more than happy to go through some of those suggestions for you too. And I'll even start trying to get some of those ready. But let me sign in here. Perfect. So, but first, let me jump on. I'm going to actually put you on the spot slightly.
Sure.
And I'm going to look at some of your website and stuff.
Yeah, go for it, man. It definitely needs work.
So first of all, above the fold, like there's nothing down here, which is fine. That's not a problem. But I like that everything's on one page. Your link tree is kind of hidden.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something you really want people to go to.
I just added that, so I kind of need to make that stand out a little bit.
Yeah, and frankly, this is just sending people back to your website.
Right.
Right. So my personal opinion is that should be a call to action for book us or get information or something like that. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good call. So, and by the way, I'm going to preface all this. You didn't ask for any of this feedback.
I love it. I
want you to know that this is my opinion. I'm not a designer. I'm just giving you feedback as a third party. So
no, well, I definitely was going to ask you about that because my website gets hardly any traffic, so I definitely need to improve it.
Okay, so yeah, I'll go through some of that with you here in a second. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and get it started while we're doing this. I'm actually throwing this into. Ooh, I hit the wrong button because my thing is up. There we go. Okay, good. So that's my first thing here. The about us. Assuming that's your not motto, but that's your company mission statement. That's okay. I think it's okay to have it there. If I were redesigning this, I would push, again, not a designer. I would make this box a little bit smaller just to pull some of the pictures up to have it more like this instead of like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So also I don't know how this looks on a phone, so I'd consider that. Also, these
we tried to do it so that if you turn your phone vertical that it would fit fairly well.
Okay, yeah. And so I'm not playing around with that because I'm not super into that right now. Contact us. You're sending the link tree is what it looks like. And I think people expect a contact form.
Yeah. I
Also,
was actually just thinking about that. I'm gonna write that down because I just need some, because like we were talking about getting it automated, I need people to be able to just put in their information. And I want to almost have the kind of events laid out in the contact form so that I can cut through a lot of the red tape.
great.
Through that.
So put that on hold. I've got a solution for it. I may not have the best solution, but I've got a solution for you.
Yeah.
So I'll help you with something super cheap, and then you can make it better or more industry specific later.
That'd be awesome.
First of all, this, like, if you're gonna do the phone number, I would just put your phone number here.
Okay.
If that's how you're gonna have them contact you. Right? Obviously, we're trying to talk to about a lead form, so that would be different. Yeah. But this is, personally, this giant block of black. Yeah. I would say, again, not a designer, I would say is poorly designed.
Right.
So it looks like you're using the same template for the main page as you are the contact page. See how they're the same size? You're just using a photo here and you're using a big block of black here. The photo here, I think, is okay. Now, granted, this gets hidden with the glass. So I may pick another photo or move it so that this spot is right here.
Or even put that on the contact page where it would stand out more.
Well, I definitely want, as someone who's trying to hire you, to be able to go to this page and click on a button to know that I'm contacting you. This is probably going to be correct. Like if I see the link tree, I'm like, I don't know what a whole link tree is, right? I mean,
yeah, a lot of people don't.
Right. So, but I'm going to
just change it, because I could change the name on there to contacts and then it would take to the link tree. That would make way more sense probably for people that don't know what link tree is.
But even if I'm expecting to contact you and I get this, first of all, I'm not reading this. I still haven't read it. I've seen this four times. I've seen this page.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I still haven't read this. I'm seeing bartender for, this is like a social thing. It's not like I mean, it could be, like, I know people use it for other things, but to me, Linktree is not really the magic button for this. And then what I was saying, do you understand what I'm saying with moving the photo over so the contrast is better?
Yeah.
So if you play around with your photos that you pick, or you can take the same photo in Canva and move it around a little bit. Are you familiar with Canva?
I am. I'm not super good at it, but I'm starting to mess around with it. So
I'm gonna throw that on there in a second too. Okay, so that's your website, right? So then I looked at some of your social stuff, and I don't like Instagram on the website. I don't like, here, I'll show you why. I don't like having to log in every time I want to look at someone's Instagram, and Instagram like throttles you behind a login. Right. So I just don't like that, but that doesn't negate that your Instagram looks very active and stuff, right? So I think that's great. That's the only reason I didn't pull it up here. For sure. You got 1,000 followers. I'm assuming they're local or actual real followers, which is probably great. Yeah. I have to say, I absolutely love these guys.
The YouTube videos. Yeah. And I have a buddy that makes those with me for like $150. He'll help me shoot them. So I want to start bumping those up because
does he charge you 150 each?
So for the filming and then another 150 once for like the editing. So it's kind of like,
is it 300 each
for this? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. So they're beautiful, but they're not that beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, I'm not trying to negate your dude, but like, for what you need to be doing here, these are not worth that, in my opinion. So to give you an idea for YouTube, so first of all, just to give you like a background, maybe this is a better place to start. I used to do YouTube videos myself. I'm Jonathan Fudge. And I've got 20,000 subscribers on my YouTube. Yeah. I do a ton of, it used to be balloon twisting videos, and I do a bunch of other stuff too, right? So now I've got like all kinds of things popping up here. And I use YouTube for a lot of different things, and I allow them. Where
do you film at? Do you have like a ring light in your, or a separate, like that room you do?
That's a really great thing. Let me show you. Okay, so let me give you a couple of examples. That way, I just want you to see. Actually, I like this one better. Oh, sorry. So I want you to see a couple of these because I think it's really important, right? because of what you asked. And I'm trying to find a simpler one because I don't want to, obviously we don't have to watch a whole video anyway, but I want you to get an
No, I
idea.
just want to see the feel of it. Yeah.
Okay, good. So first of all, what you're seeing is me in a tuxedo, much younger. And all this is a piece of felt stretched over a window.
Gotcha.
This is in my back porch of my parents' house in like a sunroom area. It was done with natural lighting because it was in a sunroom, and it was press the button once, do the entire video, turn the button off.
Yeah.
I personally do better when there's someone behind the camera that I talk to, so I'm not talking at a camera, but this
For
is,
sure.
I'm going to give you a feel of this one first.
Hey guys, it's Mr. Fudge, your balloon man here today. We're going to be making a teddy bear. And this one balloon teddy bear is really, really cute, really adorable. I really love it. It's a good hand's length of tail.
So obviously I don't like listening to myself, and I don't want to make you watch a video about this, but I'm going to skip down to a little bit here just to give you another little peek of this.
Arm, a leg, a tail, a leg, an arm.
So it's a single shot. It's nothing pretty. It's nothing fancy. And then what?
There's your teddy bear from your balloon man, Mr. Fudge.
Right.
So obviously this is not amazing content as far as like quality, right? But now, let me show you.
That looks good.
Okay, so here is, here's the nicer quality one.
Yeah, you can tell it's definitely
this
high quality.
This is not the nicer quality one. This is a,
Well,
a random one.
Maybe because it's on your hand, it just looked better.
Yeah, no, the video was like, okay, let me rephrase that. That's the nicer quality, but it's not the full thing. So let me show you some. This is an edited video.
Yeah.
Mr. Fudge, your balloon man, and they were making a saxophone. It's a saxophone. For the saxophone, we'll be doing a single saxophone colored balloon, 260. Blow that up with about a hand's length.
So, I mean, this has a little bit of
Yeah,
that
no, I can tell the differences though.
right? So this was done by somebody, right? But let me show you this as well, right? Because these are also on my videos, right?
I'm Corey Watt. And I'm Jonathan Fudge. You're balloon man, Mr. Fudge. You're doing our stupid human trick.
So this was for David Letterman. We had to post something that showed kind of what we were doing.
That's crazy shit.
And so this is in a hookah lounge. This is not super great as far as sound or video quality.
That's awesome.
Right? But this is what we did for them, right? And then actually the last part's worth watching. Right? So that was fun, right? And then that's okay too, right? But then
good TikTok video right there.
On the Late Show with Dane Drebin for the Stupid Human Trick segment this Tuesday. That's right, it's this Tuesday, so make sure you tune in to the Late Show with Dane Drebin and
so like something like this, you can see it's like, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's like
yeah,
it's really simple, easy, like this is a one-shot video raw footage, right? So you don't have to see all my stuff. That was your playlist. Okay. So, but you also can do other content, right? Now, some of this is really pretty, right? So like, obviously this is pretty, this is well shot. Somebody doing whatever, right? But this is 35 satisfying cocktail mixing techniques. You could take all the mixing techniques that you know.
Yeah.
You can make individual videos and talk about them.
Yeah.
Then you can make a playlist and put them in so the playlist can rank and the individual videos can rank. And then also what you'll notice is all of these have content of some sort. So there's actually ways to link stuff together to get more SEO value.
Yeah.
You can also link within the video to get more SEO value on YouTube. And you can link to yourself to get more SEO value to your website, right? So there's all kinds of options for that, right?
Yeah.
Here's another one. It's 10 easy cocktails in 10 minutes. And this is, yeah, these are 10 things. Again, they've got all their 10 cocktails and they linked within the video that helps with the SEO for the website and the video stuff. And
Yeah.
it's a link to that point.
Oh, so they show that takes it to that time in the
Yeah.
video.
So I click on
Gotcha.
that, it goes to that part of the video.
Oh, cool. How do you do
So,
that? That's
it's just
crazy.
part of your editing in YouTube. Like it's just something
Yeah.
you can do, right?
Yeah, just look
So,
it up.
but if you are doing that, then that's fine. And like, yes, these are pretty shots,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not that difficult to do.
No, yeah, and I like with a high quality. You can almost do it with a high quality phone on your camera.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. And frankly, if you get a high quality camera, and I would rather pay your dude
Mm-hmm.
in your position for a consultation
Mm-hmm.
to tell you what settings to do your camera, how to set up the lighting, and how to do the video, and say, look, I can't afford to do this as much as I want to.
Right.
I want to pay you to consult me. And then when we start doing these big videos and we start needing the higher quality things, I want to pay you to do the editing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Like
no,
that,
totally.
that would be more of the direction I would try to go if I were in your position. Because
Mhm.
frankly, 50 cocktails you need to know. Here's another one where he's got 50 different cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a 30-minute video, which for SEO or for premium YouTube algorithm stuff, this is great because they can put more ads in here,
Mm-hmm.
which means they'll post you longer, right? And you can see which ones are
Yeah.
most popular, like whatever this is, the whiskey gin fix and whatever.
Yeah, that's a
right?
good idea. And I've realized that YouTube, you want the videos longer. It's like a lot of my videos are short and they're great for TikTok, but like YouTube, it's just kind of like they're dead in the water when it's like a minute long a lot of times,
So
you know?
this is the way to do this, by the way. This is the SEO. This guy knows what he's doing. 50
Yeah.
cocktails you should know. He has the link in the video. And then for
Mm-hmm.
each one that he has his own video for, the perfect old fashioned,
Mm-hmm.
he links to that.
Yeah, that's super cool.
My guess, and I might be wrong, is that this video uses the same content as this video.
Mm-hmm.
It's just edited together in this video.
Well, and you could break that up and make them into a million TikTok videos too with the same content. So that's super cool.
Yeah. So like, but like, you see how it's cutting away and doing all this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
These are probably just, he probably just did all these videos individually
And then splice them together.
and sliced them together, is my guess. I'm obviously I could be wrong. I don't know what I'm looking at, right? And I haven't watched all these. The 5 best pours for beginners to look professional. Like this is all stuff that's relevant to what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's thematically relevant. You don't need to teach your clients necessarily this, but if they
Yeah.
try it and they fail, then they're going to be more likely to hire you, right?
Right.
Just because, I mean, if I try a DIY and it's like fail and I want it to look good, I'm going to hire somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if I like it, but I want to enjoy the party instead of being the bartender, I'm going to hire
Yeah.
you, right?
Yeah.
10 easy cocktails to make it home. That's another big one. And now it's value, right? So this might be, this guy's selling mixology gear, which by the way, you probably should get some sort of distributor license anyway. So that you can sell the stuff that he's using. So get these cool.
Yeah, that's what I was
measures.
thinking. I'm like, we should definitely need to get into like selling, I mean, shot glasses, koozies, all that kind of stuff would be super dope.
Yeah, so now you can get into selling this type of stuff, making an additional revenue stream,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you're adding value.
Yeah.
The next thing here, the most impressive tricks bartenders can do to make big tips. So again, this is the same type of thing. It's not really so much that it's like this is a Red Bull stick, right? So like this is another barfly mixology thing. This is how to mix a drink, what you're doing wrong. So like telling people they're doing stuff wrong or telling people how to do it right is another good way to add value and to up the click-through rate, right?
Right.
5 easy magic tricks you can do in the bar. I mean, you've got bar tricks galore.
Yeah.
So
Definitely could help with this too.
yeah. So like I can help direct you to different stuff. Stefan could do stuff.
Yeah.
But the whole idea is that you're teaching people how to do tricks. And also your bartenders, you can tell them, look, do this, it makes more money. Like this is
Right.
I'm doing this for you kind of thing, right?
Right.
So
No, that's smart.
but there's all kinds of fun and exciting ways to do this. So bar magic tricks and just bar tricks in general are good.
Mm-hmm.
This is just funny. The 4 types of bartenders.
Yeah.
So
And the comedic stuff does really well, you know, if you can find like some good bar jokes and stuff, like, and just sprinkle that in. People like that kind of stuff. So
yeah, and you're gonna have that anyway as an entertainer, right? So
right.
You could do the top 5 questions we get asked as a bartender, or the top 10 things we hear from
the top worst questions we get.
yeah, or whatever it may be. You know, like these are all fun things, right?
Yeah.
But this guy just does funny. He's like the hometown bartender, the mixologist, the guy that always tells the truth, and then he does the airport bartender because, you know, he's like, yeah, you're not drinking enough, you know, like right. So
Yeah.
it's just another comedy bit, right? 10 tool essentials that you need to be a home bartender or a pro. So he's going through and he's showing all these things, how to use them, what they're used for. Like I didn't know what a muddler was until I took a course on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is all stuff that works.
These are great ideas.
Creative cocktail ice ideas. That's just another really cool visual one, right? Again, this may not be something you have access to. Maybe you don't want to be sawing ice on your bar, right? But
there's a bunch of cool garnishes you can make too. I was thinking about doing a garnish video because like there's a bunch of ways you can cut lemon peels and stuff to make them look super cool to put on a glass real easy.
Yeah, 30 days to cut a lemon to add to a garnish or whatever you want to do, right? But my whole thing was that right now, your videos here are saying bartender for hire. And then and it says bartender for hire, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it was. So it actually looks more like an ad than it does a value, right?
Yeah.
So when you're talking about value added post and then like an ad type thing, like this stuff looks great, by the way. Like it looks gorgeous. I hope you got photos of all those too.
Yeah, I did. I got a bunch.
Because all those photos would look great on here. Right?
Right.
So like this is cool because it shows you at events and venues probably local to your area. But like you should just have I'm speaking for myself, not you.
Yeah.
But I would go into Canva and I would go to my projects and I would create wrong button. I would go to here we go. I would go to a square thing and I would just copy and paste your let's do
just some of these high quality bartending pictures.
Yes. Oh, hit the wrong button. Yeah, there we go. So now I can theoretically have this hide. And then it may not actually hide. There we go.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. So now I've captured that photo. And I did that with a thing called Snagit. I'm just going to copy that and paste it over here, right? And get Canva. And now I'm going to knock this guy in here.
Oh, you're a wizard, man. That's
right?
Cool.
So now well, Canva does all the sizing and stuff for you, right? So now it's back here, right? I can double click on it and kind of drag it over. Maybe I like this side better. Maybe we'll talk alcohol first instead of alcohol second. And then this is called a cranberry something.
I can't even remember what that drink is. It's a mimosa, cranmosa. Yeah.
Right. So now I can knock this up here and drag it to wherever it needs to go. I don't really like how that's falling.
No, yeah, you can do a bunch of different things with this. That's awesome.
Yeah. So now I'm kind of getting it to fall where I want it to be, right?
And
it's already centered, right? But I could put it where I need it. Say it's not popping up enough, I can go to effects and I like this lift thing. It just puts a little bit of a darker shadow behind it.
Oh, cool.
And then let me see if I can pull a logo. Open image, new tab. Yeah, awesome. So
Nice.
copy image. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna paste, and I'm going to let it finish loading. I'm gonna change the background just so we can see what we're doing. And then it looks like it's already correct. So I'm just gonna paste this.
Oh, that's awesome.
Put this down here. And now you've got your bartender for hire, right?
Yeah.
Make this a little bit bigger to hug the glass.
That's awesome.
So now you've got your thing, right? So
I'm gonna need you to send that picture to me. That's awesome.
Apparently I misspelled cranberry, but that's cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share a template link. So I'm gonna copy this, and then I'm gonna go into our chat here, and then I'm gonna paste it. If you click on that chat link, it'll open up. Here, see if I can show you what it looks like. It'll open up to this. It says Pancake Day because that's the one I did. But if you open that up, it'll say copy of, right? And then you can start changing it however you need to, right?
Right.
But yeah, so this is super great. And in fact, I've got a link to a Canva thing on my here channel. So this is hidden, so not everybody sees this, but I'm gonna go ahead and send it to you.
Sweet.
This is not for let me make sure this is the playlist. I think this is the playlist. This is not for everybody to watch. This is for my balloon people that work with us. So you'll get a couple of videos in there that talk about how to use Canva for balloon stuff, but it'll show you how to use Canva. It works the same way.
Sweet.
Right?
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll definitely watch those.
So that'll give you something to look at. So now you'll know how to use Canva. So anyway, that's the bartender for hire stuff I wanted to show you. Let me close out some of this other stuff that I've written down, and let me check my time.
I appreciate that. That's great info, man.
So, and do you still have a few minutes or no?
Yeah, no, I got plenty of time.
Okay, so what I did is I put in bartender for hire into my SEMrush account, and it's saying you have a authority score of 3, which is better than nothing. It's saying you have 5 backlinks, but it doesn't have enough data to show. It means you're not really ranking for anything. Your backlinks are from Linktree, Corporate Office Database, Events on Six, Breeze Photography, and Startup Solutions. So that's going to be your main things, right? Really, what I would suggest for you, it's not me everywhere. It's am I on social media? So there's a website that I have to look for, but basically it's Bartender for hire. Where are you located?
Washington, Gig Harbor, Washington.
So I don't see you popping up. Do you have a Google My Business profile?
No, I need to make a Google business.
Great. So we're gonna make this really easy. We're gonna go to I'm gonna ask somebody outside of our chat so that I don't accidentally share information I shouldn't.
Yeah.
But give me just a moment, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to find out where we're gonna be, and actually I'm going to pause our thing here because I think this is good information for everybody, but I'm gonna pause wasting their time.
For sure.
Okay, so give me 1 second. Now I can look a little.
Google is something that I've written down that's like one of my main things. I need to get us on Google reviews, all that stuff. We need to start So we've just been doing it solely on social media, you know. So these classes have been eye-opening. It's like there's so many more avenues that you can do to draw people to you. When you started YTE Events, what was the main ad channel you used? Was it social media or Google, or what did you use the most?
I used SEO on everything.
SEO.
So yeah, so I've asked my buddy. Okay, so this is that's cool. You mean how to find your social security? Where would I go to have been made for that if they don't? Okay, so he's looking it up right now, but
Wait.
this is able to find my a lot of my tags. So you can see a lot of my stuff across multiple social platforms.
Mm-hmm.
To be a search engine that did this. Okay, so he's looking for it too, so that'll be fine. I don't want to not talk to you while he's searching, but I'd like to start recording again when I find it. So what social profiles am I on? Okay, so social searcher is the one that keeps popping up, but that's not the one that we were using. So he's going to be looking that up. So let me open up some other stuff while we're don't want to use that. Maybe that's it. Okay, and then okay. Not it. So there it is. So you're going to need something called citation listings, local citation listings. It's going to help you with local listing. It's also going to help your business rank. But I'm trying to figure out where to get the best citations. So some of them, I think Yelp is one of them, will charge you like $500 a year to maintain the citations. And when you stop paying, you lose them.
Gotcha.
So you don't really want to do that. And some of them will manually build them for you. It costs more, but you pay once.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out who it is. White Spark, I think, is the one.
White Spark. I've never heard of that.
So, like, for instance, I don't have your Okay, I have people messaging me. So I think this is it. So second package. Okay, I think White Spark. So it's the answer. So let me get some of this down and I will try to give you all of this at once. Right.
Yeah, definitely, man. Appreciate it.
I just want to, and I'll put this in a video, and if you're okay with it, I'll post it on YouTube for the
No,
blog.
that'd be great.
And then
This is cool educational stuff, man. I think a lot of people could use this information.
yeah, so okay, and we are back with Bartender for Hire. So I actually think I found it. I do have somebody looking for it. It may be Ben, but White Spark is the way to search for local citation listings. And that's going to be like Google, Bing, Apple Maps, Find Me, all those different things. And what they do is they do a comprehensive NAP, name, address, and phone number search for your business, and they try to find out where your business is listed. This is going to be things like Google My Business. This is going to be like Apple Maps and all that. And
Yeah.
they do the listing creation, and they can even do some basic cleanup for you. And then they give you, I believe, a document with all your logins and passwords, so you have access to edit them yourself. If you ever need to update it, you just sign back in and they'll do it for a nominal fee. Now, the prices, to give you an idea, is going to be 4, 6, and 1,000, right? When a business is starting out, especially yours, when you don't have Google, you don't have some of these other ones. $1,000, to give you an idea, I think Yext listings, I think it's Yext listings. This one is one of the ones that charges you and then does the same thing. But if you stop paying,
They all go away.
they all go away.
Yeah.
This one, I think, is $400 or $500 a year. So $1,000 for one time is not bad.
No, yeah.
Especially
because if you're gonna get more gigs, you get that back in one gig, right? Like, you gotta think big picture.
That's the idea. So, and then frankly, your website is not even showing up data.
Right.
So there's a couple reasons. One is you have no content. There's just no content on your website. So that's number one that we can fix, and I can give you some ideas on how to do that. But number two, just for being found, the citation listing, if you get that done correctly, this will help. New listing, basic cleanup on 10 listings. So this is like everything you need, right?
Yeah.
And here, how does it differ? The one-time fee rather than recurring, that's the biggest benefit.
Yeah, seriously.
Right? And that's just something you don't know unless you've dealt with that.
Yeah, that's a great thing to know.
So yeah. So
I put a lot of effort into that and it just goes away.
So if I were starting this over, I would say number one, White Spark. Number two, you have no content.
Right.
So I would try to figure out
skeleton website right now.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to Answer the Public, and I'm going to go to Bartender for Hire, and this is going to pull out a number of questions, prepositions, comparisons, alphabeticals, and related searches. I didn't hit the US. This is technically for the UK.
Yeah.
But this will give us data on stuff you can write about for content.
Well, that's cool. What's that called? Answer the Public?
Now it's limited based on IP address.
Yeah.
You get only so many searches a day or so many a week or whatever it is. But you can download a CSV and you can save it.
Oh, okay.
So Bartender for Hire, again, this is the UK, right? So this is you're getting UK stuff, I think, and I don't want to do it again necessarily. You can check on United States, and you can do Bartender for Hire. It may not let me. Oh, it did. So that's my, I guess it's my 2 a day, right? So here, since we already have it, can you hire a cocktail maker? How to start a bartender for hire business? How much does it cost to hire a bartender? Any of these that are relevant to things your clients might ask or Google,
Mm-hmm.
you can write about. And at first, I might even just put them as a blog.
Yeah.
And then as you flesh out some of that content, don't delete the pages from your blog, but create a page that's more in depth that covers multiple things. So
Mm-hmm.
it might say a bartender for hire for a private party. And let me go to here. This is a little better. So should I hire a bartender for my party? How much does it cost to hire a bartender? How much does it cost to hire a bartender for a party? Like all those are
Mhm.
related. So, and then you can go through and you can click on the different ones, right? And see which ones are most relevant for what we're doing. So
Mhm.
let me find one that's got I'm going to close this. I'm looking for one specific. Okay, so Charlotte, North Carolina. You can click this button to hide it. Oh, that's for pro. So you can download the CSV and then you can delete it. But you don't need those, right? Because you're not
Yeah.
doing that. But you can say in my city, in
Mhm.
my town, right?
Yeah.
Because you see how people are searching.
Mhm.
I'm looking for a bartender for hire. Like, so basically this is taking your keyword, what I typed in, bartender for hire,
Mhm.
and it's saying, let's add the word can, for, is, with, to. And what
Right.
it's doing is it's saying bartender for hire can, how to start a bartender for hire business, how much does it cost to hire a bartender? Like that's where it's
Mhm.
pulling these up. And
Yeah.
when it goes and I type in A and I type in S, type in D, and I go through the
Right.
rest of the alphabet, that's actually what this bottom part is, the alphabeticals.
Oh,
Hire
cool.
bartender for hire Boston, Baltimore, Brisbane, right? So
Mhm.
you're seeing what people are searching. So I would go to enter the public.
Yeah.
I would make a list of all those guys, and you've got to have some type of content on your website. I'm
That
not
involve
saying you
that.
need to have thousands of pages, but start with a page, write a decent one,
Mhm.
maybe hire us, and then you click on it, and at the top there's a link that takes you to the contact form. So
Mhm.
click here to book now, click here for a free quote, but then you have content.
Mhm.
So that would be kind of the go-to for that. And then you'll start ranking now, and then you'll be able to, their citations will help more. And then at that point, you could start hiring some type of SEO stuff. You're not
Yeah,
at the point where
definitely.
you need to do any type of SEO PowerShield stuff. Like this is like higher level SEO like stuff.
What is a power shield?
Okay, so
Dumb it down for me.
so SEO, search engine optimization, used to
Mhm.
be, see if this is a bigger picture they'll show me. It used to be that whoever linked to you, okay, so Google had no idea to tell what websites were about. So it
Right.
started looking on the website and saying, what words do you say on your website? If you talk about puppy dogs, it must be about puppy dogs.
Mhm.
Then it says, well, which is the best puppy dog site? Well, it must be the one that links, that has people linking to it the most. So in the beginning, I could write puppy dog 30 times on my page and have 30 links more than the other person, and I would rank number one.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
But then Google said, well, people are spamming the word puppy dog and they're spamming links and they're buying links that are not really good. So we
Mhm.
have to get better at deciding who's first.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah, no, totally.
So what this does is this helps create a strong brand presence.
Mhm.
So whenever someone types in bartender for hire, since that's your brand name, theoretically you want to show up first nationwide because
Yeah.
it's your brand name, right? And
Right.
you want to get a strong local presence because you're a local company.
Mhm.
So theoretically, if you had content on your site, because if you don't have content, this doesn't do anything but hurt you,
Right.
then you would do a power shield and a SEO location shield. So basically those are the two things that help pull that together. And then
Mhm.
do single tier syndication network, and you would do Riz Stack, which is like rank your stuff. And it uses the narcissism of Google and Twitter to rank things, right?
Yeah.
But right now, if you did that, it could get your website banned from Google, right? Like this is not something
Right.
you want to touch.
You got to have good content, make it look
Yeah, this is like you're already ranking, but you want to go to the next level.
right.
Now, when you go to the Hoth, this is like a place to buy backlinks that are safe. Because there's a risk of buying backlinks and having it spam your site and getting your site taken down, right?
Mm-hmm.
But these are safe backlinks. So even here, you can go to foundations and you can do small, and it costs $50 a month to get backlinks to your site on different pages.
Oh.
But again, if you don't have content, you don't want
You
them all
just-
go into this
no
page.
reason.
You want them going to the different things. So to give you an idea, I have a page for balloon artists, face painters, caricatures, princesses, magicians, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm rotating between these guys and these guys and these guys to build up my links, right?
Mm-hmm.
But eventually you'll do this. But right now I'd say number 1 is citation building. Number 2 is building content. Number 3 is the foundation small. Number 4 is actually, see if they've got it listed somewhere, what they call Hoth X, which is basically you get, if you agree to spend $500 a month minimum for a 6-month contract, you get a free mentor to help you with ranking your site.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, that mentor would say, create content,
Mm-hmm.
or use your budget of $500 a month, because you're not actually paying them, you're buying services, but use your budget of $500 a month to have someone else do web copy for you. But web copy, you're looking at, let's see what this cost. Service page, you're doing 2,000 words. You're looking at almost 500. Your entire budget would go towards one service page,
Right.
right? Which you could write yourself.
Yeah. It's like, why would you do that? Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, some people, it's worth it to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that as far as SEO services go, usually it's smarter for you to write your own stuff. And then when they go in there, instead of paying for them to write your service page, you're actually paying them for, even if you were still paying for the same thing, it would be optimization. And so now you're taking that same service page and you're making it one page, and it's costing you $30 to optimize it,
Mm-hmm.
because they're not having to write the content. Do you
Wow.
follow?
Yeah. Vaguely on this last part.
Yeah. So, okay.
What I've
So
gotten out of this mainly is I need to add content, a lot more content to that, and then fix up those things you told me about on the site, because and then this $1,000 plan would definitely bump up my events major, I feel like,
well, at the very least, you would be visible on social.
for sure. And that's what, I mean, that was one of the things I thought about a lot during our week in the house, was like, there's one aspect of my business I'm not even touching yet, and it's my site is dead and in the water right now, you know.
So you can also do this. You can find a list of bartenders for hire. These are paying money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the Bash, Gig Salad, Yelp, Party on the Rocks, which I think you've already got a link from.
Yeah.
Twist Bartending Service, Emerald City Cocktails, Simply Hired, any of these where they will allow you to put a link, even on some of the second, third, and fourth pages.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Poach Jobs has a way for you to get a backlink to your website,
Mm-hmm.
or mixology classes, you can say, hey, you do mixology classes, I'd love to hire some of your students. Do you mind if we, talk out, maybe put a link on your site, letting people know how to find me,
Yeah.
right? So like,
Good idea. That's
so
awesome.
these are ways to essentially hijack backlinks
Mm-hmm.
legally and ethically to your website to help
Yeah,
with
that's super
promotions,
smart.
right? So Bartender for Hire, and then you can do entertainers, and you can pull up this. You can look up event professionals. And so you're pulling any of these lists that you can find, and you're saying, hey, you've got the top 20 event planners in Washington on your website. I would love to add some content for you to get a link back to my page from that page. So you would come here and you would look at it and you'd say, hey, I could be listed on here. Hey, they have more than 20. Why don't I get listed on here too? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a pros button. They're probably going to charge you for this. It may or may not be worth it. Hey, you
Yeah,
have a free
way out of your-
profile. Can I, create a free profile, see how it works, and then I'll consider this for later? I don't know if you want to pay $200 a month for a backlink, but
Right.
but you can do the free ones.
Yeah, no, that's super smart.
And at the very least, when someone comes here, they may have to go to the very last page to see you. The good news about this, actually it's not. I thought it was in alphabetical order. I was gonna say the good news about alphabetical order sites is you're gonna show up at the top because it starts with a B.
Yeah, good.
Right.
Yeah, good point.
So there's some benefits to that, right? And then also they've got event planner, caterer, rentals. You might fall under caterer, or you could probably get away with going under caterer. So I would look at that. Well, you're not in Washington, D.C. You're in Washington, right?
Yeah, Washington State.
State. I don't know if there's one in Washington. Seattle Nace, right?
Nice. Yeah.
I
Sweet.
hate these freaking ads. Okay. So here's where I would go for you. That's what I was telling you in your thing. So Seattle Nace, you would just go to meetings. You'll look at the next meeting that's going on, October 22nd. View details.
October 11th. It's coming up.
Oh, October 11th. Yeah.
Go back to that real quick. I'm going to screenshot that.
Yeah. So this is imposter syndrome, being boss, bills, clients, burnout. Every day we're inundated with so many messages and tasks, we forget to take care of ourselves. Right?
Yeah.
So this is a really great thing to jump on. Now, if you're a member, it's 60. If you're an early bird rate, it's 50. Additional guests for a member is 65. Early bird's 55. Future member registration, 80. Early bird rate before 30th. But I mean, it costs you $80 to go. But based on my experience in my local NACE, I would say that you could theoretically get that back on the first day.
Damn.
Now, it does cost money to join NACE. It costs
$55 for a year ain't bad.
You're not under 26, are you?
No.
Okay, it's worth a shot. Yeah, so it's
got to shave your beard off. Maybe they'll believe me.
Yeah, it's going to be $415 a year, plus probably $50 a meeting. So if you were to do 50 times 12, that's 600 plus. So it's about $1,000 a year. assuming you go to all the meetings. And if you take 415 divided by 12, you can see if that's going to be $20 to $30 difference over the course of whatever. Some people don't join because frankly their pricing's kind of special, but usually you have to be a NACE member to volunteer and to provide your services, which I would highly recommend you do. Like, it'd be great if you showed up in a masquerade outfit and did like specialty cocktails, right?
Yeah, seriously, that'd be cool.
Yeah, obviously you can't do it for this event, but that would be something that you could do, right? So as far as lead generation goes, I would do citation building first. If I had to start over, I'd do citation building first. I'd do content second. I'd make sure my conversion on my page was higher by making this like a contact form, and then I'd work on my SEO. So that's kind of what I would do there. Now, in the meantime, I would go to managersal.com. And this is a really, really affordable option for booking events, right? And it's really great for people with subcontractors too. So I don't really want to share personal information, so I'm going to pause this real quick.
Yeah.
So if we were to go to back when I was using this, if I click on any event and I see the services, so you'd get on the phone and you would edit this, right? So there's an edit view. You would have an event name. That's just so you know what it is. What's the customer's name? Where's the venue? The event date and time, type, theme, guest of honor, number of people, ages, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Then you say, let me confirm your services. Put in the services. Let me confirm your customer information. Let me confirm the venue. Let me make sure that I give you the right contract. Confirm the total. And then you would go to documents. You would send them the link, and then that would give them their how to pay stuff. And then you could go to the subcontractors and you can assign subcontractors as well. So if I want to assign someone as a staff, I just click on their name, put in how much they're getting paid, and then update. So this is
called managersal.com.
Manager Sal, S-A-L, like Sally.
Managersal.com. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I just screenshotted it, so that's perfect.
Yeah. But and then I think so managersal.com, that's what I would suggest for booking events. And it has a bunch of cool features here, and it's $10 a month.
Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah, $100 a year. It is the cheapest option period for what you're doing. It does not have automated emails or any of that stuff, but it does have the ability to like one click send an email once it's hooked up. Like it opens up in your own email with a copy of what the template is, and you can hit send. It has some additional stuff for agencies, for assistants, for multiple businesses. You can send text messages, which I didn't know, which is cool. So it's got some other stuff there, and those cost extra money, which is fine.
Yeah.
This is the cheapest, quickest, fastest, easiest way to do what it is I think you're doing. But
okay, sweet. I'll write that down right now. Managersal.com.
Yeah, so hopefully that'll get you at least in the right direction for.
Dude, that's all super helpful. I got some work to do.
Yeah, so yeah, your biggest thing, like I said, is as far as reviewing your site, I would say content. You're not going to get SEO without content. I mean, you can, but you're not going to, right?
Right.
And then I would do the business citation listing, because you have to show up in Google Local Maps and Google My Business Listing, or you're not going to show up in Google.
Right.
Google's going to say, if you're not a big enough business or a real business to show up under Google's platform, you probably shouldn't be showing up under Google's platform. So that's kind of their thing. They're narcissists, remember? They like themselves.
Yeah.
So you got to give them what they want. But But yeah, that would White Spark is the number one thing I would suggest if you're
I
going to
got
do
that.
one thing.
Sweet, man. Thank you so much, dude. That's super helpful.
Yeah, and sorry I hijacked that, man. Is there anything else you want to share? Like, I love what you're
No,
doing.
that's dude,
Bartender.
that was like that's perfect, man. Those were all like the questions I was going to ask you basically too, is kind of how to get people to come to my page, you know?
Yeah. Well, you're doing social way better than I am, I think.
Well, I mean, it's, I think that week we all saw like holes, you know? It's like, oh, wow, if we all just come together, we could really fix all our businesses, you know? It's crazy, man.
Well, that's cool. Well, hopefully that's able to help. If there's anything else I can do for you, let me know.
No, I'm going to post you on my social media today, bro. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it, man. So thanks again. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording for everybody.
Yeah.
A couple interruptions, but I think they were all beneficial to not have people staring at the screen for a while.
Definitely.
So, anything else you want to share, Dane, before we stop recording?
Just let me know when we're going to get together for the reunion. That's all I want to know, man.
All right. I will put a mass message out to the blocks and see what's going to happen with our reunion. You do know it's only been like a week, right? Like,
I know, man. It feels like forever though, don't it?
Yeah, it does. All right. So we'll go and wrap that up. Thank you again. Again, Jonathan Fudge with YTE Events here with Bartender for Hire, Dane knocking and rocking all the stuff up in Washington State. So
Right on, man.
all right.
Good talking with you, brother.
All right. You too.
All right.